Hey y'all, John with JRSP, Johnson Reality Self Protection. So, we're going to talk about the best knife for self protection, self defense, in my opinion. Okay, because I'm not so bold to make the claim that anything's the best of anything. Okay, all I'm saying is, in my opinion, that this knife that I'm going to show you is the best knife for self protection, self defense. That I have found. And I have owned a lot of knives, and like the knife that I'm about to show you is just like for me the best. And we'll say like the best knife for self protection, self defense. It has to meet a certain criteria. You know, it has to be something, but it has to meet a major criteria. Out the gate, it has to be something that can be deployed a bunch of different ways. It has to be something that can be carried a bunch of different ways, and it has to be something that's going to be you're going to be able to like set it up in a way that you can carry it all the time and it be comfortable to you. I'm a big guy, so like I don't like pocket clips, man. I don't like putting knives down in the pocket with a clip on them. Like if I had this knife, let's say right here, the Takumi Talk Muted, which I love, which we've talked about on this channel. Um, you know, if I'm going to carry that, I'm just carrying it down in the pocket because it rides well down in the pocket. But that's not my favorite methodology of carrying a knife. Okay, it's like my favorite methodology of carrying a knife is neck carry. It's the most comfortable for me. I can just do it all day long. And the knife, if you're carrying a fixed blade, the knife that you're carrying has to have a secure sheath. Okay, something where the blade, that you can carry it around all day long, and it's not going to just vibrate out. It's not going to fall out. Okay, and the Takumi Talk Muted has that. So if I was to carry this going forward here, it's going to be around the neck, and it definitely is small enough, but it's just the right size to still be carried around the neck and not be intrusive. um, this knife right here, I mean, it just has the design. That's something right there. Okay. I'm not one of these guys who thinks that a self protection, self defense knife is bigger is better. Okay. I like smaller knives because they're easier to carry. They're going to be more durable. Like if you're like stabbing somebody with them and stuff like that. And, they're in a lot of ways sometimes easier to work with for me. It's like that's just my preference. I like smaller knives, but the knife has to have a great design. Okay, Takumi Time Muted has that design, and neither this knife or the knife that I personally feel is the best in my opinion. Neither one of them break the bank. Okay, like anybody who gets on YouTube and tries to tell you that the best knife for self protection, self defense is some $200+ knife that they were sent by the company, like they didn't have to pay for it or whatever. Well, yeah, it's like I'm not. No offense to them, but I'm not going to take their word for it. Like I would have to be hands on with the knife myself, and see. I'm not going to say that they're wrong, that yay or nay that they're wrong, but I'm going to say that I'm going to make my own informed opinion about it. But like, I'm hard pressed to pay over $100 for a knife. I don't feel that really the best knife for self protection, self defense is over like a $200+ knife. Okay, because if I may have made this video before, actually, I may have talked about this in the past. I think I did. Okay, when you use lethal force to protect yourself, defend yourself, you know, they're going to take this. Okay, if you have to use this to defend yourself, it's there's going to be an investigation. Okay, all the evidence has to be collected. This is going to be evidence. It's going to be taken from you. Okay, so if you don't go to jail right then and there, like if they're like, oh yeah, okay, well it was self defense, but there's going to be an investigation. You're free to go. Just don't leave the state or the country. You know, they're going to take this from you. Well, like if you carry a knife like for your you know, self protection on a daily basis, and this was like a $200 something knife, and that was what you were carrying, well, chances are, I mean, unless you're made out of money, you probably don't have like five of them laying around. Okay, that was probably it. If it was like a 200 something plus dollar knife, now you have to get something else. Okay, and that's why I don't like right out the gate. That's a big con for me when it comes to self protection, self defense knives. I want to carry something that I know is good, that's designed well, that meets all the criteria, but is not breaking the bank, because I want to have more than one backup just in case, you know, I have to use it. You get what I'm saying? So, what I like about these Takumi Talk knives, man, is they all come set up to be carried like a plethora of different ways. I mean, you can see here, you can rig this sheath up any way you want to rig it up, and it's gonna go, and it's gonna be okay. Like I say, net carries for me, and the Takumi Talk Muted. I love this knife, but it unfortunately it's not the one that I feel is number one. It's close to it. I've carried this um, for a while, but in my opinion, the best knife for self protection, self defense, in my personal opinion, for me, is going to be its little brother here, the Takumi Tak little buddy. Okay, and they're like damn near the same size. This one is just double edged right here. It's got a little kind of integrated guard there, and let me tell you right now, this thing is a menace. And like I just fell in love with carrying this thing, and I carry it like right on the cord here. And I know a lot of people are gonna be like, "Oh, paracord! Oh my God, you're gonna get choked." It's like this thing is just down in the shirt, okay, all the time. It's carry concealed. I have a concealed weapons permit, and it's not above the illegal length. But I mean, if you don't have a concealed weapons permit, then it is illegal in the state of Florida to carry a fixed blade. Don't quote me on that. But yeah, like I'm not worried about it getting snagged on something and choking me to death, and I'm not worried about somebody freaking like pulling it from behind and choking me to death, because they're not gonna know that it's there. Nobody knows that it's there. I don't just take it around and whip it out and use it for everything. This is a single purpose knife. It's like that's why it's double edged. Okay, single purpose. I don't baton with this or whatever. Like I don't take it out and feather freaking sticks with it. I'm not whittling a statue or anything. This knife's only purpose is to defend my life and the lives of the people that I love if I have to use it for that. So I feel the Takumi Ta little buddy is the best knife for self protection, self defense, and it has been what I've been carrying for the last couple of weeks. And like I say, net carry is my favorite way of carrying. A lot of people like to carry on belt clips and stuff like that. I just personally don't. It's just not comfortable for me, So I freaking carry this way, and I train with how I carry. You got to train deployment. You got to train for those situations, But that's how I carry it. Takumi Ta, little buddy. And then the Takumi Talk Muted is going to be my second choice. These knives don't break the bank. Like, I didn't pay over $30, I don't believe, for these right here. Go to Takumi. Oh, and guess what? I'm not, Takumi Talk didn't send me any other knives. I just like their products. But if I have to choose between, like, their whole lineup, I guess, as of right now, because I don't have everything they have to offer. So, and I'm not going to say that if Takumi Talk didn't want to send me stuff in the future, that I would turn them down. But I don't have everything they have to offer. I've seen some other knives that they have that look pretty cool, and I probably end up getting those. But as of right now, the Takumi Talk little buddy is number one, and the Takumi Talk Muted is close number two. And it's really nipping at the heels. But the fact that this is double edged, that freaking really seals the deal for me. But without making this video too long, I talk crap about those 3-finger knives in a prior video, and I said, yeah, the Moore Eldridge is going to replace this little 2-knife squirrel that I got. And let me tell you guys right now, the Moore Eldridge has not replaced this little 2-knife squirrel, and neither did the Odin Wolf, like W Mini or whatever it was. And I ended up giving that to my wife. And let me tell you right now, it's like, I don't like 3-finger knives, but this thing, it's just so easy to carry, and I just end up using it for, everyday tasks. And it is super sharp. It's the steel on this is, what is the steel? It is real small, like, and I'm getting old, I guess, because god dang, it's so small. It's 8CR 16, I think. God dang, it's like, I'm old, guys. I can't even see that. You get the flashlight out for that. Coast. It's like, oh god, I gotta read this too. Coast PX 15R. This is a great little flashlight right here. Really like that. Out of all my flashlights, this is probably my favorite, and we'll do a video if I haven't already. But yeah, this is 8CR14 MOV. Okay, so 8CR14 freaking holds a wicked edge. I haven't sharpened this thing, and it is still razor hair popping sharp. And like I say, at the park, being a park ranger, I got to cut a bunch of different stuff. I end up using this little thing for all kinds of stuff, and I was thought, oh, maybe this blade is a little too short, or maybe this handle's a little too short. Like, no, it's just perfect. Like, and that's crazy because I do not like 3-finger knives. I got this thinking it was going to be a little bit bigger, actually, but when it came, it was a lot smaller than what I thought. But let me tell you right now, it has been in the pocket, and I don't use this for self-protection, self-defense. This is just for everyday tasks. Okay, so, like, yeah, I'm probably going to get some more of these, like, to be honest with you. Like, I wish the handle was a little bit longer. That would give it its 5 stars. Okay, it's 4 stars, solid 4-star. But if that handle was long enough where I could get that 4th finger, that pinky on there, solid 5-star. But yeah, guys, the 2-knife squirrel. It did not, or the Moore Eldridge did not replace this. As a matter of fact, the Moore Eldridge has just been riding around in the car, just a car knife. It's because the Moore Eldridge, unfortunately, I thought it was going to be great, but the fact that its sheath is kind of crap, basically, and you have to buy an aftermarket sheath to make it worth anything, and maybe I'll end up doing that because I don't want it just to go to waste. But I mean, the place that I would buy the aftermarket sheath, like, all their aftermarket sheaths are like $30, man. So it's like, yeah, I'll probably end up doing that just because. But it's like the Cold Steel Mini Tack Tanto that I have. Sheaths, absolutely, all they're good for is neck knives. Okay, unlike the Takumi Talk Muted or any Takumi Talk knife. Okay, the sheaths are good for a lot of different things. Like, if this don't have to be a neck knife, if I don't want it to be a neck knife, I could put a clip on here, a belt clip, and all kinds of stuff. So, this, you could rig it up to be deployed all different ways, and that's just because Takumi Talk really thinks about you when they make their sheaths. And I can shoot that sheath off, like, even with it being double-edged like this, I can't, of course, like, shoot it off like I would shoot it off with Takumi Talk Muted, or the 2-knife squirrel, for that matter. Like, shoot it off like that right there. You can't do that with this because, it's double-edged. You would freaking probably run the risk of slicing yourself. But you can shoot it off like that right there. So, I mean, you could ride this in the pocket if you wanted to. So, yeah, but it's burning up in this garage, you guys. But I'm Ja Real. Yeah, no, I am. I am Jaw Reality. I almost had a heat stroke there. And like, I'm Jaw Reality, and this has been another episode of JRSP, Johnson Reality Self Protection. And always remember, like, the world is a big place, and all the dangers are very real. And whenever you can, it's always best just to walk away, man. Hey, you guys ate it.